Probably the best aspect of being retired is controlling your time. What do you do on Monday? What do you do on a Tuesday? What do you do on a Wednesday? A lot of people talk in retirement about traveling. Well, traveling may be 10, 15 weeks a year for Lisa and I, but the rest of the time we enjoy being at home, enjoy our routine, being flexible. So what I thought I would do in this video is just describe this week to you. So first of all, Sunday night, I did nothing to prepare for the next week. That's a major change when you're retiring. You just enjoy Sunday. So on Monday, I got up and I exercised. I have about a 2-hour routine. I have to do some stretching for my shoulder. I have a rotator cuff issue that I'm working through and working that through with just PT. And then I have a rucking vest. Some people call it a weighted vest. It's a 30-pound vest. So after I do those stretching exercises, I go out on a walk. I really struggle to run nowadays with just too jarring of an impact on my joints. So this rucking with the 30-pound weighted vest, I go for about an hour and a half walk, and it's great. Up and down a lot of hills. My understanding, it's about 30% more impact than walking, but running is 800% of the impact of walking. I've read that somewhere. So 8 times walking for running, 30% more for rucking. So it's a way for me to get a great workout and not impact my joints. I may want to check that out. So I did that. By the time I get back, rest a little bit, stop sweating, and read a little bit. I have a couple newspapers I read. I have a couple YouTubers that I listen to on current events. I love their take on it. Guys like Joe Rogan. Tom Bilyeu is one. I think I'm saying his last name right. Check him out. It's about, I take a shower and then it's about 11 o'clock. That's my morning. Really easygoing, lazy morning. And then I cut the grass. Takes me about 2 hours to cut the grass, and that's very slow. When I was working, I could do it in about an hour and 10 minutes. I take about a 30, 40-minute break in between. So I take my time cutting the grass. And then I went over to my daughter's house. I had a little project to do over there, and it's supper time, okay? And in the evening, I probably watched about an hour, hour and a half of YouTube videos. Just curiosity things. My study group, we're studying who we got this month. I don't know who we got this month. I'll have to check out that. But study history, anything I want on YouTube. YouTube has a great way of pushing content at me that I'm interested in. Tuesday, I went to my dad's class reunion in St. Meinrad, Indiana. So my dad went to seminary school as a high school student and as a college student. So he was there 8 years. There were probably 400 people there for this alumni session. I was there all day long. So how many kids get to go to an alumni reunion with their dad? Now, my dad was the second oldest person there. He represented his class of, he was there from 1950 to 58. So he represented his class, and he was the only one there from his class, unfortunately. Just at that age, he's almost 89. Not too many people attend, but I got to experience his high school and college years, where he studied, where he worked, where he just had some recreation, where they ate. Super cool event for me, and one of the blessings of being retired. Wednesday was my wife's birthday. We went on a walk together. I did my stretches on my arm again, lifted some weights. Again, that takes me till about noon. I really don't have any idea what I did yesterday afternoon, but I took my wife out to dinner, and my kids and my dad came with us, and I bought everybody dinner, and we just had a good old time in the middle of the week. Then we came back and I watched Jay Leno headlines. That's on YouTube. Boy, Jay Leno was on the Tonight Show when it was funny. Um, Late 90s, early 2000s, and there's a segment called Headlines where they read funny headlines. I love listening to that. If you want to just laugh till you cry, now you got to be over 55, I think, to appreciate it. But watched Jay Leno headlines, and then watched about an hour of television with my wife, and then that was it. Today's Thursday. Got up, exercised, did my rucking exercises, and then relaxed, watched YouTube videos for about an hour and a half, and now I'm making this video. So that's what's happening so far this week, completely in my control. Well, now what's not in my control is a neighbor using a chainsaw in the background, but they only come out when I'm making videos. So I'm telling you this not to, hopefully this didn't sound impressive and then as a week, but it's just a typical week, strolling through life, enjoying the day. We don't want to fill our life with travel and fill our schedules. We like just experiencing the day a little bit as it happens. I do work at my dad's house and my two kids' houses, work around my house, but nothing that's that stressful. I did think of one more thing. Tonight at 6 p.m., I have a Parks Board meeting, and I'm on the Parks Board for my little town here in southern Indiana. So there's just a glimpse of where I spend my time in retirement, and it's pretty low stress, pretty enjoyable, and it's very interruptible, flexible if something better comes along. It's Joe out.